Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, hey, I'm showing books that I got at a single estate sale. It was this old house in town, and it wasn't the first day of the sale, so I wasn't sure. They had some photos of a few books there, and I just happened to have some time. I stopped by, but really I wanted to see the old house and just see what it was like. But I ended up getting like 15 or so books for $6. So it's kind of that testament to always diversify, your sourcing. Don't just hit the thrift stores, look at other things, because as prices go up in some areas, sometimes they don't. This estate sale, actually, some of my estate sale companies have started to go up to like $2 for hardbacks, or some of them. I went to one a few weeks ago and didn't get anything. They didn't have much selection. The prices were bad, and they're all grubby too. I mean, they were like $3 and $4, which is really high for around here for estate sales. But this company, hardbacks were $1, paperbacks were 50 cents, and they were having a discount. So anyway, I'll break away and let me show you what the estate sale looked like. Okay, we'll break away for that, and I'll just show you the room where I found the books. There's lots of books cases. Like I said, it was pretty ransacked, so it made me wonder if they had more on the early days, but the photos that they had posted on the estatesales.net didn't appear to be. So maybe there just weren't many book people that day. So here's the room where things came from. So look at this. So here's the house, and you can see this one room had bookshelves everywhere. It was just a little bit ransacked. I don't know how many were there total, but lots of opportunity to dig. All right, so, lots of bookshelves, and I don't know, maybe the family had cleared some of those out, or I just find it hard to believe that. I don't think that they were like just totally, sold. And like I said, the estatesales.net, the photos they posted looked like they weren't full even when they started. So here's what I found. All these, again, I paid $6 for all of them, and got some good resale potential. So this one was The Forge. This comes from, it's this literary, I don't know anything about this book, but it says, the literary classics of Alabama, war-torn South. I don't have sold comps on this, but I see listings for about $25, so good potential there. Then there were a couple of World War II books. This one, the same author, this Paul Carrell one, Scorched Earth. These are like from the 60s. This other one, Hitler Moves East. I got to check editions on this. I've got some sold comps on this one that are like, $50. Sold comps on the other one for like 30. I think it depends on the edition. These appear to be first editions, late 60s. So I'll just have to, no, this is a third print. This is a third print on this one. So this may only be like 20 or $25, but I paid less than 50 cents for all these. I will say, when you're looking for history books, this sort of thing I would instantly gravitate to, right? But with history books, this could be a book that's worth $5 or a book that's worth $50. So my eye always gravitates to this stuff, but this type of subject matter, especially, even if I really like weird topics like small battles, and not just generic, World War I, II, Civil War history, but, kind of like specific weird stuff. Even then, sometimes the prices astound me, that you see something, you think this is going to be a great book, $30, $40, it's a university press, all that sort of thing. And you'll do a quick comp on it on your phone. Because like in the case of these, there's no barcodes. That was the thing on this. None of this stuff was like scannable, right? This was just cherry picking eye. It's all you could do in this old stuff, right? And so I gravitate to this, I look it up, these were good. But the point is when you see this stuff, I think you always check it out, but you have to check it out, because there's a lot of it that is, not really going to be worth their time, only going to be worth $5 or $6 a book. Then there was actually a box in the floor that had some books in it, and I pulled a few from it that weren't on the shelves. There were a couple of Commodore 64. This was, for a printer interface. And this was it was this Computes 27 programs, right, for the Commodore 64. Probably about a year ago, I got a bunch of Commodore 64 manuals, like programming manuals, graphics manuals, hardware manuals. man, those things sold like hotcakes, and they sold great, like 30, 40 bucks. I think this is probably a $20 or $25 book. So, and I don't have any idea on this one. It may be worthless, but hey, I've had good success with Commodore 64 stuff. It's something I look for if I see it. You know, any of those old systems, you know, any manuals, I've said before, another easy money is if you find the old, like the HP calculator manuals, especially the real scientific calculators. Those user manuals typically sell really good. So there were a few science books. It was interesting. There were a few science engineering books you'll see that I got, and then there were a lot of management books, which I typically find don't hold up well, and I don't hardly ever buy them. So this one, Foundations of Plasma Dynamics. You know, plasmas, it's kind of a, you know, more esoteric, you know, field. And this is only, I have like list comps on this for like 25. I think it's probably only gonna be more like in the 10 or 15, but it's a good book. Then here were two that I was actually surprised on. I've got sold comps on these. It's this probability theory and its application. There's a volume 1 and a volume 2 by this William Feller. I didn't know anything about it. I really like just the cover caught my eye, right? And I'm like, let's just look it up and see. And that's sometimes what you have to do, right? So I typed in the title on eBay, did a comp, and I see this one for 20 to 40 bucks. I don't see a red copy of this one, but I'm thinking these two together be about 40 bucks. So I might get 50 for the two, but probably about 20 bucks each. All right, so these next two, I saw them. I didn't even have to look them up. I knew they were very cool. Isaac Asimov, Understanding Physics, okay? What's interesting about this, I've never seen this in hardback form. This is like the 1960, 67-ish, like first editions. I've sold this in paperback several times. You get good editions of it in paperback. If you get them at the right price, they'll sell. But the hardback I've never seen before. There's actually a third one. This one's Light and Magnetism, the Electron Proton. I forgot what the third one is. There's actually 3 in this set. I've got sold comps on all 3 for like 85 bucks. I think just with the 2, I'll probably sell these together and ask 40 or 50 for them. I think they're worth easily 20 to 25 each. They're first editions. I may list them separately, but probably gonna, I'm not sure. I'll have to decide. But when I saw these, I was like, these are coming. Don't need to even look them up. I know this is good stuff. I've never seen these in hardback, but even in paperback, if you find the Asimov Understanding Physics, if they're in good condition, they'll sell. So that was a great find. All right, so then these next things I'm going to show you, there were a ton of them. And I don't know, I went back and forth. They were in the corner. It was kind of behind the table, and I had to kind of wedge in there to get it. And what they are, evidently this person was really into stamps and had all of these special auction sale, you know, proceedings of what was listed, you know, I guess where it gives you what thinks the prices are. And, you know, these things give, it's like the auction houses, you know, you can get, you see, you know, you see these all the time for art galleries, and Sotheby's and different places will, you know, I guess sometimes they send them to people where if they want to potentially bid on items, and sometimes it's just people like them for the results of the sale so that they can understand valuations, right, over time. There were these things going back, like this one was a 1998. There were several of these, you know, that were, I think the newest ones were like 2017 through 2018. And like I said, there were probably 20 of them. My experience on this kind of stuff is that they will sell most of the time for like 10 bucks a piece. Sometimes you get lucky, they'll be more. But they're kind of long, they can be long tail. They're specialty items. I thought about getting them all and putting them in one big lot, but I don't know. I just decided, you know, I've got a lot of inventory I've got to process. My death pile's growing, and I think that affected my decision more than anything was, get the stuff that I think is bigger value, the stuff that's lower margin. Right now, I just need to process what's in my death pile. So I cherry picked a few of these. So this was like a Hawaiian stamp and covers. I got the ones that I thought were kind of interesting. There's some banknote issues. Now this one was a Civil War and Confederate States. You know, cover letter. Here's one for Charleston. So see this, my thought process on this, picking like this is something that people that collect stamps might be interested in, but it also has the connection to Charleston. So from a historical perspective, and people seeing, you know, stamps and things that, you know, came from the Charleston area, they might really like this. So it kind of has that dual purpose, right? So that's why I picked that up. And then there was this one. It was a Abraham Lincoln images, and it was actually a hardback. And you know, it has the sales sheets in it, but it was a really nice hardback with all the stuff with has Lincoln images on stamps. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's maybe 20 bucks, maybe 10 bucks. I don't know, but like I said, I got all this stuff for 6 bucks, so it's pretty good. Then the last thing I got was it's this, and I always have a real hard time saying this. Rensselaer, I think it was a directory of alumni, 1966. So it's just kind of like one of those, you know, alumni, old. So somebody that's maybe their parents or grandparents or friends, you know, or maybe somebody went to that school and they're trying to look up people or genealogy research. This has multiple things. So it's why I picked it up. I thought it was interesting. So that's it. That's what I got from that estate sale. I'll call that sale a success. So there was, like I said, nothing to scan. This was all just cherry picking, Mark 1 calibrated eyeball, pick it up, looks good, and it gives you some insight to what, you know, maybe on some of these different genres, what I like and why I would go after them. So anyway, hey, thank you for the channel support. Thank you for the likes, the comments, you know, all those things that help engage the YouTube algorithms. It's much appreciated. Just sincerely appreciate the channel support. And hey, you guys keep watching. I'll keep making them. We'll see what happens. So remember, see cool, buy cool. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.